How needed is a break for you guys that are all banged up?
Yeah, I think it's there's probably a lot of guys that really needed it. You know, some guys have little nicks that you're used to playing through, but it was a good time for us. You know, especially with Tyson coming back, and that was really big for him to get an extra week. And there was a lot of guys that you know, were nicked and playing hard and not at 100%. So it's a great time for us. I think really kind of critical, and get healthy, get rested, get rejuvenated, and get ready to go for Western.
Gage talked about going to Western, obviously a really tough place to play. Kind of excited to see how you guys react to that.
Yeah. It's obviously it's an outstanding test there. They have a best team that you know they've had in my time, I think, and you know, so it's going to be that much harder. You know, they got a lot more skill to go with their kind of tenacity and size. So it's going to be things happen extremely quickly in that barn, and you got to be ready to play. Biggest thing is just having your compete level high and battle level high and be sharp. Otherwise, you're probably going to get hurt in that barn.
Is it a good thing you have a bye week before going to Western, maybe, with the physicality playing?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I think yeah, it always seems we always kind of have it right about this time. It always seems to be a real good thing for us. You know, everybody's been kind of going at it and battling, but especially in that rink, you got to be mentally sharp and you got to be physically ready, because if you're not, you play a lot in your own zone, even with some of the real good teams we've had. You know, if you're not ready to go, it seems like you're scrambling, they're coming at you, and you're playing in your own end, just trying to get that puck out of there. So, but we've done a good job there. We've withstood a lot of hard pushes coming out of the gate, and we've kind of worked our way into games. I think even when you are really ready, they come fast, and it's hard to be totally prepared for. So we've done a good job though of kind of settling in after some tough starts and kind of grinding out some 2-1 wins in that rink.
Gage had mentioned that this weekend is good for you guys to get the break, but it's also a time where you can't lose your focus. How are you guys, as a coaching staff, trying to instill that into some of these players?
Yeah, good question. It's kind of you want to kind of let your foot off the gas a little bit, because we're always have a thumb on these guys and we're pushing them hard all the time. So. No question. We did a little kind of a fun drill at the start of the game the other day. I stole off of Brucey Boudreau, just getting a few tennis balls out in the ice and having the guys whacking it around and having some fun. So you want the guys to relax a little bit and stuff, and probably take it a bit easy this week. But we still want you don't need to be going a million miles an hour, but we want guys to be sharp and executing. But you give them a little bit of a mental rest, and then we'll be sure to be pushing them hard for the next 8 weeks or whatever is left in the season.
Besides injuries and maybe focusing on health, what are some other things that you guys are focusing on this week, being an off week?
Yeah, we'll do some individual video with guys, kind of break down some parts of guys' games, things they're doing well, things they got to work on, little details. We'll do extra work on special teams, extra work with our just forwards group and just D's group. Carl's always working a lot with our goaltenders. So you really kind of break down some of the fine details, maybe do some stuff on face-offs, things of that nature. And just make sure that you're kind of covering those details, maybe 6-on-5 up, 6-on-5 down. And kind of go through all those little things and just make sure everybody's dialed in and sharp with our systems. But really at the end of the day, it kind of comes back to so much to just compete, battle, being sharp, executing, and having that readiness, because everybody kind of the league just ramps up for the last stretch here, and everybody will be playing at an extremely high level.
Gage said the guys are going to be kind of watching some of the games, or you guys as a coaching staff going to be watching some of the games going around in the league?
Yeah, we'll be monitoring them close. We'll be out a lot doing some recruiting and probably hosting guys as well. So it's a good week for us that way too. So hopefully get to sit in front and watch a little bit, and more so probably just watching box scores.
Is the plan to get Tyson back for Western Michigan?
Yeah, I think it's likely that he'll be back. Yeah, he's moving pretty well, and he's in practice, so I think it's highly likely that he should be back.
Any more questions? Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys. Yep.